Before we begin, I want you to get into a nice, comfortable position. Just get into a position where you can easily relax with my voice. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes down, and you're going to keep them closed for the rest of this file. And I want you to notice as you close your eyes how you're already beginning to relax. And I want you to focus very closely on my voice and your breathing. Focus so closely on your breathing. Try to feel and notice each and every breath that you take. And I want you to notice that each time you exhale, that weight seems to grow. Imagine with each breath that you take out, there's a physical weight attached to your body. You can just feel that weight pulling you down into trance more and more. Each breath that you take out, you just feel that weight pulling on you, making you feel so heavy and drowsy. More and more relaxed. And let your breathing and my voice be a center for your mind, a focus. Everything else can just sort of float away as you become so dialed in on your breathing and my voice. Each breath that you take, that weight growing and pulling more and more. But you're going to find, especially when I guide you through a breath, you're going to feel us become more in sync. As if each time I take you through a breath, you feel our connection growing. And you feel a spell from my voice just washing over you, making you feel so heavy and relaxed. And I want you to feel that now as you take this first breath with me. In, hold it in your lungs, and exhale. And feel the weight from that exhale still pulling on you. As if my voice and your breathing has such a deep gravity to them. And you could feel that pull from that first breath still pulling on your mind and body. It's making you feel so heavy, so warm and relaxed. It feels so good to breathe with me and just let everything go. As if each time you exhale, you're just letting everything go. And you just feel that heavy fuzziness from my voice filling your head like a cloud. You're going to feel that grow even more as you become even more relaxed. As you go even deeper into trance with this breath. Take that breath with me now. In, hold it in your lungs, and exhale. Feel the heaviness from that breath still pulling on you. You feel its weight so heavy. Your mind so wonderfully fuzzy. And you can feel everything else just sort of drifting off. The room around you, your body, even all your thoughts just sort of floating away. And you just imagine yourself floating down into that wonderful empty space of trance. And I want you to go even further as you take this next breath with me. You're going to feel your whole body sort of deflate and your mind drifting so deep into that trance. Take that breath with me now. In, hold it in your lungs, and exhale. everything just floating away as you're floating down, down so deep into that trance. Each breath you just feel yourself drifting further. Each breath I take you through, you just imagine yourself floating so much deeper into that space of trance. You feel everything just floating away as your mind is just filled with that warm, fuzzy relaxation. And with this next breath, I really want you to let go and feel the full pull from my voice taking you so deep. Feel that now. And hold it in your lungs. And exhale. So heavy. You still feel the pull from that breath so heavy on your mind and body. And it feels so good just to float and sync with my voice as everything just floats away, pulled down deeper and deeper. And all you have to do is just float with my voice and let my voice guide you further and further down. And you'll find as the deeper you go, the harder it becomes to think, to feel your body. You're just going to let all of those little distractions float away as you become so wrapped around my voice in this wonderful trance. And to take you even further, to take you all the way down, I'm simply going to count from the number 20 down to the number 1. And you'll find these simple numbers can have a very strong, very profound effect on your mind and body. Think of them almost like a staircase. And with each number, you're just drifting down deeper into trance. You're moving down those stairs. The deeper you go, the further I count, the heavier you're going to feel, the stronger that fuzziness is going to build in your mind, and you're going to feel everything just sort of float away. Your body, the room around you, your thoughts, all of that will just float away as your mind drifts so deep into that trance with each number. I'll start with the number 20. And just hearing that first number already, you feel yourself beginning to go down. And it feels so good just to hear that first number and begin your descent into that trance. And you feel yourself go a little further with the number 19, heavier and heavier. Already just beginning to unwind and sink down, floating so easily, so gently down to the number 18, and already you feel the pull from these numbers growing. You just imagine yourself as if you're on those stairs, just moving down, taking those stairs deeper into that trance, and you feel yourself go even further, going down those stairs with the number 17 down, so warm and heavy, floating down to the number 16, heavier, and it feels so good just to leave everything behind and let these numbers pull on your mind. You can feel them pulling you away from your body in that room. Even all your thoughts are just sort of floating away. The deeper you go, the further you feel from those thoughts. And I want you to feel yourself go a little deeper down with the number 15, heavier and heavier. It feels so good just to unwind and sink as you go down to the number 14, and you feel the way the pull of these numbers is growing. You're feeling everything slowing down as you're getting deeper, moving further down those stairs as you go down to the number 13, so warm and heavy, floating down to the number 12, so heavy. Feels so wonderful just to give in to each number and float away with my voice. Going down to the number 11, heavier and heavier. Everything just drifting off. You feel that pull from my voice growing, pulling you down into that trance, pulling you away from everything. And you feel such a gravity to my voice. You feel yourself just caught in that spell as you drift down, down, down to the number 10, so warm and heavy. Going down to the number 9, deeper and deeper, floating gently down to the number 8, so warm and relaxed, everything so slow and heavy as you're reaching the bottom of these stairs. Going down to the number 7, heavier and heavier. Just feel that spell from my voice washing over you, pulling on your mind, pulling you deeper into that trance as you go down to the number 6, heavier and heavier. Feels so good just to swim in that peace and comfort, to let everything go and just feel the pull from my voice taking you under as you go down to the number 5, heavier and heavier, floating so deep, deep, deep as you go down to the number 4, down, so heavy, so relaxed, as you float down to the number 3, so heavy. You feel all your thoughts so far away from your mind. It just feels so good to feel the bliss of this trance as you go down, down to the number 3, down to the number 2, and on that next number you can just let go and just imagine at the bottom of these stairs is a warm red blanket of energy. And as you hear that last number, you just let go and feel that blanket of energy wrap itself around you. 3, going down to the number 2, and down. Just imagine that warm red blanket of energy, like a blanket of very pleasant sunlight. Just imagine it begins to wrap itself around your mind and body. And that blanket symbolizes my energy. And just imagine that warm red energy is just washing over you. You can feel its warmth and heat sort of radiating against your skin. You can feel that wonderful warm red tingle. And just imagine as that blanket wraps itself around you, it almost forms a cocoon. And it's as if while you're in that blanket, feeling my energy, nothing can reach you but my voice. You just feel so warm and safe and comfortable. Nothing can pull you from that peace and comfort as you just float deeper and deeper. And all you have to do is just unwind and gently float. That blanket almost feels like a cloud. And all you have to do is just float and sink in that cloud while my voice just washes over you. And you'll notice even the sound of my voice feels further away from your mind. But you can trust your subconscious mind, your inner mind. It can hear everything it needs to. It can absorb any suggestions it needs to. All you have to do is just float and sink and drift. You can leave it all behind and just feel yourself floating in that warmth, floating with me. And you can feel the way you're even more connected to my voice while you're wrapped around my energy, while you feel it so close to you. Think of that energy as having kind of roots, and they spread out through your mind. You can feel that blanket of energy kind of filling your mind, its roots stretching through your mind. And that's a very good thing. You know you're here to feel so connected to me. And you can just feel my presence sinking into your mind. You feel yourself becoming so connected to me, so under that spell of my voice. And to show you just how connected we are, I'm going to count one more time from 5 to 1. And you already felt how powerful those numbers can be. But you're going to find they have an even greater sort of influence or pull on your mind and body now that you're feeling my connection so close to you. And with each number, you're just going to feel yourself float down even further, feeling the pull from my voice even deeper as you imagine those roots from my voice extending through your mind, so that when I reach the number 1, you're going to feel yourself let go of your body all the way. Imagine a sort of disconnect. And you're going to feel your mind just pulled by my voice in that blanket of energy as you go even further into that trance, as you completely let go of your physical body. Feel that with the number 5. Already you feel that weight washing over you. You imagine a sort of fuzziness filling your mind as a spell from my voice is just filling your head in the most wonderful way. And you go a little deeper down with the number 4, heavier and heavier, just unwinding, feeling that connection pulling you so deep down, down, down as you go down to the number 3, heavier and heavier, so warm and relaxed, floating down to the number 2, so heavy, just feeling the pull from my voice taking you so deep. And on that next number, as you hear it, just feel that blanket of energy wash over you and feel the way it pulls you so deep into that trance. 3, down to the number 2, and down as you go down to the number 1, so heavy. Just feel the warmth from my energy just wrapping so close around you. And you feel so warm and safe as you feel that energy. And notice the way it so naturally just kind of pulls you down. You feel the way it just naturally and very gently guides you deeper and deeper. So warm and heavy, so incredibly relaxed. And you just feel how wonderfully connected we are while you're swimming in my energy, while you're floating deeper and deeper. And you can feel the way that connection, it naturally brings out that sort of submissive side of yourself. You can feel the way it sort of brings out these deep desires, that submissive connection between us. You feel such a dominating energy radiating from my voice, radiating from that energy that's wrapped around you. And you feel every part of you just wants to give in to that control, to give yourself to that dominating energy, to give yourself to me for a little while and just feel that hypnotic embrace. And you're going to find any time you listen to one of my files, it becomes easier and easier just to give in to that embrace, to give in to that connection and just let go more and more, falling under that spell of my voice more and more. Doesn't matter which file you listen to, each time you go down into this place with my voice, you feel our connection grow and you notice how much easier it gets just to let go and float away with me, to fall under that spell more and more. And you're going to find that in a little while, not yet, but in a little while, I'm going to wake you from this place. But you're going to find that when you're awake and I count down from 5 to 1, I want you to imagine these numbers sort of melt your mind. Think of your mind like a candle, and my voice like the heat and flame from that candle. And with each number I count, you're just going to feel your mind sort of melt, just like the wax from that candle. All your thoughts, like little beads of wax, just melting away. So that when I reach the number 1, imagine your entire mind just melted away, and you're going to be left in this incredibly suggestible state, completely under my spell, completely under the only hypnotist spell. And while your mind is melted, you'll find it so easy to follow any commands. You'll feel completely under my spell, and it's going to feel so wonderful. And you're going to find that whenever I say the word pleasure, you're going to feel warmth and arousal move through your body. But you're going to find that pleasure grows and builds the more I say it. And you're going to find that whenever I count from 1 to 5, when I count up, it's going to feel as if there's a building pleasure. Each number, that pleasure gets stronger. So that when I reach the number 5, and command you to release. You're going to feel such an incredible release of all that pleasure. So in a moment when I count from 5 to 1 and you're awake, imagine your mind is sort of melting as you fall under the spell of my voice again. Each number you're just going to feel so heavy. Your eyes may close or they may stay open, but you're going to feel your mind just melting. It's almost going to feel as if you're being hypnotized, but you're going to feel your mind just sort of floating away. All your thoughts gone. You're just going to be left in this wonderful trance-like state. And you'll find whenever I say the word pleasure, you'll feel a wave of warmth and arousal move over you. Whenever I count up from 1 to 5, you'll feel a building pleasure, a growing arousal and excitement. So that when I reach the number 5, all that pleasure is going to release an incredible orgasm. When I count from 5 to 1, your mind melting. When I count from 1 to 5 up, you feel a building pleasure. Now in a moment, I'm going to have you very slowly wake. You can let your time in this trance just sort of float away as you wake. And you'll find as I count down, your mind melts again. Now I want you to feel yourself slowly waking now. That's right, just slowly opening your eyes now as you wake. And I'm not quite done with you yet. We're going to have some fun. I want you to closely focus on my voice. Get nice and comfortable again. And I'm just going to count down, and with each number I count, I want you to imagine you're falling under that spell of my voice again. Feel that with the number 5, and just imagine your mind begins to melt. You can feel that warm fuzziness already beginning to fill your head. And you imagine your mind melting even more as you go down to the number 4. So warm and fuzzy, imagine all your thoughts just like beads of wax dripping right out of your head. And you feel that fuzziness growing, that wonderful emptiness with the number 3. So warm and empty, your mind just so wonderfully blank. And you feel your mind melting even more with the number 2. And with that last number, whatever's left in your head, just imagine it instantly just dissolves. Just imagine it melts into that trance, your whole mind just completely dissolving as you fall entirely under that spell of my voice. 3, 2, and 1. Just feel your mind so wonderfully empty, so wonderfully blank. That's right. And you just feel completely connected to me in this state. You feel completely under my spell, so empty. And you feel such a powerful, dominating energy washing over you from my voice. Feel all that desire building inside of you to give yourself to me, to belong to me in this moment. You feel so wonderfully connected. And through that connection, I want you to feel pleasure. Just feel that warmth washing over you. Already feel that arousal building. It feels so wonderful each time you feel that pleasure stronger and stronger. feel that connection growing in the way it brings about so much pleasure. You feel how much pleasure you feel when you're under my spell. Your mind's so empty, so blank, and that pleasure is just filling your body and mind. It feels so good just to become something so primal, so empty, as you feel all that pleasure filling your mind and body. Already you feel a desire to let that go as it's filling you. Pleasure stronger, pleasure moving across your body and mind. And now I'm simply going to count from the number 1 to the number 5, and each number is going to build that pleasure. When I reach that number 5 and command you to release, you can let all of that pleasure go in a wonderful release. Feel that with the number 1 already. You feel that pleasure washing over you. You feel yourself already beginning to build towards that release as that rhythm is moving through your body. And you feel it grow with the number 2. Pleasure growing stronger. Feels so wonderful to give in to each number moving you towards that release that you need so badly. Feel that desire growing with that pleasure as you hear the number 3, stronger and stronger. You feel yourself getting so close to that release. Every part of you needs it so desperately. You feel that pleasure washing over you as you move to the edge of that release with the number 4. And on that next number, you're just going to let it all go. You're going to feel that full release wash over you as that orgasm just melts your mind and body. Get ready to let all that pleasure go. 3, 4, and 5. Release. That's right. Just let all that pleasure go for me. My good girl.